This is Shauna with solagratilife.com, where together we as women are pursuing a life of holiness by grace alone. And it's finally almost spring here in Colorado. It's a gorgeous 70 degrees out right now with a slight breeze, and so one would think that spring is here, but actually in Colorado, our last frost is the beginning of May, mid-May, somewhere around that range. And so at any point from now until our last frost date, we could very well get snow. So it's not spring yet. It's not planting season just yet here. I'm very anxious to get out in my garden, and actually I will do a video very soon giving you a tour of what our backyard kind of looks like right now, and my plans and my husband's plans on what we want to do to make that over, slowly but surely. But anyway, welcome to the daily devotional. If you haven't already known, this is sort of an audio version of what I've already published on my blog to my email subscribers. And for those that have visual problems, I have been requested to do these audio versions of the devotionals that I write, and so hopefully it's going to be an encouragement to you. We are still in our theme of what Jesus thinks of you, and we are now on day 4 of that theme, and today's title of the devotional is called Your Heart More Than His Own Anguish. And this is a quote by Martyn Lloyd Jones from his book, Let Not Your Heart Be Troubled. He knew that when God would lay on him the sins of us all, it would mean a terrible moment of separation from the face of God. Nevertheless, he turned aside to comfort these unhappy followers of his. I have to take a sip of coffee. Sorry. Okay, and here's the devotional. If I ever have a difficult time being absolutely marveled by Christ's incredible love for me, and that is more often than I like to admit, there are many verses in the Bible that I look to for refreshment and a good swift kick to my rear end, aka conviction. John 14:1-3 is one such passage. Dr. Martyn Lloyd Jones wrote a beautiful 137-page commentary about it. And I'll put a link of that book in the description if you're interested in getting it. Within this book, Dr. MLJ, Martyn Lloyd Jones, points out Jesus' soul being exceedingly sorrowful in Matthew 26:38 at Gethsemane, knowing that he was about to drink the full cup of the Father's wrath that we deserve, so that we, his elect, can be imputed with Christ's perfect righteousness. Yet, Jesus' disciples, who had become utterly dependent on him and grew to have dear affection for their master, were disconsolate with the realization of what was awaiting Jesus the next day. Jesus knew the unfathomable physical, spiritual, and emotional pain he was about to endure, but he who was without sin didn't fall into the tendency we would by feeling sorry for himself, nor was he paralyzed by his grief. In his truly selfless nature, he was concerned only with the hearts of his beloved followers. Jesus sets aside his own sorrow to be gentle and lowly, radically humble to his disciples. Jesus offers hope. He gives himself as that hope. Let not your heart be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. So, in your times of sorrow, be consoled that Jesus not only remembers you today and beyond, but he had you on his heart at Gethsemane, when he was exceedingly sorrowful to the point of sweating blood. He thought about nothing else but to give you assurance found in him. He gave his all for you to have your eternity secure and to be set apart for him, becoming a holy people because he is holy. His heart is to sustain you, to purify you, and to be your rescuer, your anchor. He loves you with a love that is matchless, more than any person ever could in 1,000 lifetimes. That is the Lord that died and resurrected for you. So let not your heart be troubled. Now here are some questions to ask yourself, and questions I need to ask myself too. Well, just one question, and here it is. What are some things that are troubling your heart where you need Jesus to shine his light into that darkness? Confess them now and believe that Jesus will heal and transform you in the process. And usually I give a prayer prompt at the end. I just wrote on here free prayer, so you can just go ahead and pray freely. I hope you enjoyed this devotional. Again, I hope it was an encouragement to you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.